Humour. This is Ajay, your host, an ordinary maverick sharing real life thoughts, experiences, and maverick tips. Laughter is the best medicine. I'm sure all of you have heard this phrase. Well, how about the word gelotology? Have you guys heard this before? Well, gelotology is the study of laughter and its effects on the body from a psychological and physiological perspective. And the verdict is out. Laughter helps in so many different ways. It is known to decrease blood pressure, gives us a feeling of contentment, and lowers our stress levels as well. The trick is to find humor in our everyday lives and use laughter as a coping mechanism. Here's some interesting trivia. Research has shown that a primary school-going child will laugh approximately 300 times a day, while an adult laughs on an average just about 17 times a day. How about a challenge here? Why don't you count how many times you have laughed today, or for that matter yesterday, and see what number you land into between 17 and 300. Here's a joke you might have heard before. Doctor, when my hand gets better, will I be able to play the piano? Of course, said the doctor. Well, that's great. I could never play a piano before. Okay. Well, jokes apart, ever thought how there are everyday funny moments that if noticed and credited into our memories, then we can bring these out anytime with a laughter? Now, what do I mean? I'm telling you to explore creating a humor bank, crediting the bank with moments of laughter in your everyday lives and ensuring the bank can be cashed at any point in time. Try it. I can assure you that you will not regret it. Well, here's a story from a family's humor bank. Every time we see chewing gum, we all smile, instantly drawing from the bank a big laughter of ha ha ha. It's when our girls were little, might have been just 3 and 4 years old. We had just said goodbye to my wife who was traveling for work, and we were driving back home from the airport. Both my daughters were having chewing gum as a treat. My younger one was really sad to see mom go and was trying hard not to cry and put up a brave front. Suddenly, the car braked, and the chewing gum fell out from my younger one's mouth on the car floor. Those were the only gum sticks we had, and there was no more. My younger one's lips started quivering, and we knew the outburst was coming. Before I could react, my elder daughter takes out her chewing gum from her mouth and puts it in her sister's. Lo and behold, the tears were in, and my younger one gave a smile. She was happy once again, and my elder daughter gave me a big grin and said, "It's okay, Dad. She's not crying now." It was such a cute moment, funny too, as we recalled it later, and as our girls grew up, we kept bringing it back from our family humor bank as the chewing gum story. It never failed. We always burst out laughing, imagining the scene. And you know what? The bond between us and between our girls also grew stronger. Shared laughter instantly connects you. Another favorite from our humor bank is the suitcase story. There are some very classic suitcases that stand out and kind of look alike. Well, my father-in-law had one such standout blue suitcase that he always carried with his key papers, etc. His sister was returning back to the city by train after spending few weeks with us. The entire family went to the train station to say our goodbyes. As the train chugged out of the station, we heard a lot of commotion, a voice shouting, "Bag, bag," along with my father's name. And with a thud, a blue suitcase lands on our feet, thrown out from the train. Before we could react, the train was already out of the platform, and my father-in-law looks at the bag lying on the platform and starts to wonder what happened here. And finally he remarks, "I didn't come here with my bag. I wonder whose bag this is." And we all go like, "What?" It seemed like his sister saw a similar suitcase in the train and threw it out of the train as it was leaving, mistaking it for my father-in-law's, while in actual fact it belonged to another fellow traveler. We were all a bit dazed. We find a name and address on the suitcase, and we were left with no other alternative but to find this person's home and deliver the suitcase. Those were the times when there were no mobile phones. We manage to locate the house, ring the bell. A young woman opens the door, takes a look at us as complete strangers, and then looks at the suitcase. And before we could even speak, she starts howling and crying. We were totally shocked. It took us few minutes to realize that she thought that there had been an accident and that her husband was dead, and we were bringing his belongings home. We reassured her, and just as we thought, it was all okay. She said, "Oh goodness me, thank God." But goodness me, what will he do now? He was just traveling for a day for an interview. His clothes and personal effects were in the suitcase, and now he would have nothing. We later compared notes with my aunt-in-law. It seems the young man saw his suitcase being flung out of the train, but he couldn't really do anything. He realized the mistake on speaking with my aunt, who was so embarrassed and was just wanting to do anything to make amends. She fed him through the journey with some great home-cooked food, took complete care of him, took him home when they reached their destination, and gave him her husband's clothes to wear for the interview. So, all's well that ends well. But I must say, the suitcase story from a humor bank is one that gives, a lot of laughter and lightens our mood every time. Here's another tip. Try to observe and write down everything that makes you smile, laugh, like your own laughter profile or a humor profile. It could be a particular film, a TV show, a book, remembering moments from your humor bank, etc., etc. Then go a step forward and find a spot in your home as the humor spot or the laughter spot and have your collection handy there. Keep those books, pictures, etc. that bring that smile to your face handy there. Then whenever you feel the need, you can visit that spot, dive in and bring out the laughter. It's so very important in our lives. I want to share a powerful line that has remained with me. Every time you find humor in a difficult situation, you win. And remember, we are mavericks. We win. Keep smiling. Stay well. This is Ajay signing off with a loud shout out to fellow ordinary mavericks out there. And if you would like to join me in any one of my episodes and share your take on the Maverick formula itself and your experiences, we would really welcome that. You can reach me on theordinarymaverick@gmail.com.